You know what? We couldn't recommend any more strongly to adopt a dog. The RSPCA, one of the organisations that has dogs in its care, they have about 800, half in need of new owners and a home to call their own. Now, sadly, that may not happen for some dogs, and that is because...
Well, sometimes they don't always look their best. You know, they've had hard lives sometimes, or the way they've been rescued, and they're not always maybe up to scratch. People's expectations can be quite high. That is until now, because thanks to the Egerton Hotel in London, many of these rescue dogs are being given a bit of pampering, so to spruce them up a bit.
And that's
so
where Alex is from.
This is where Alex is the concierge at the hotel, so you give them this wonderful experience, don't you?
Yeah, so people take the dogs along with us, and we'll go to Pets Pavilion and say, this dog needs grooming. Yeah. Can you help us out?
And so you give them a little pamper session, and they all look gorgeous. And we have Amy Ockford, who's the press officer from the RSPCA. I mean, literally people will walk past a dog if their hair's a bit matted or they're not looking quite
well, of course they will. It's the way you wouldn't buy a car.
Oh,
Why would you take a dog?
I'd want them more. I'd think, oh, look.
Unfortunately, it does take us a little bit longer sometimes to find some of the dogs' homes. Perhaps they're a bit older, perhaps they're a bit greying, perhaps, like you say, you know, they've had a bit of a rough start in life. You know, things like this really help us show off their glamorous side.
So tell us, who have we got here?
So this is Penny.
Hello,
She's
Penny.
an 18-month-old saluki from Danaher Animal Home in Essex. She's actually had a really sad start to life. She was dumped on a rubbish tip. She was collapsed, starving, dehydrated. One of our inspectors actually rescued her.
Oh, my goodness, look at that.
Look at that.
Absolutely. I mean, just dumped to die.
Dumped to die. She couldn't stand, she could barely lift her head. She's had 2 months with us now, and, you know, she's looking a lot better, a lot healthier. So we're really hoping we can find her a new home.
What sort of home?
She could live with another dog. She'd obviously like an active family, but we would ask that she goes to a home without any small furries, because she is a bit of a chaser.
Is she?
Oh, yes, that's the breed off the dog there. So Saluki is a breed in itself. She's not a crossbreed, is she?
Yeah, she's a Saluki, yeah. So they're sight hounds, hence the chase instinct.
Right.
Absolutely
Well, that's
beautiful.
amazing. You're just giving that dog a whole new chance at life there, which is brilliant. I hope she does find a home there. So beside you here, you've got...
This is Doogles.
Hello, Doogles.
He is a 3-year-old Yorkshire Terrier cross who is currently at our South Godstone Animal Centre in Surrey.
And we've got Jenna there. Are you clipping his toenails, Jenna?
I am. He's doing quite good, actually.
He's been very good. Are you enjoying that, are you?
He has the potential to be a little bit scruffy, so he's having a nice makeover today.
Can I come and say hello? Is he friendly?
He's very friendly.
Why are the toenails so long? They're a bit overly long, aren't they?
Yeah, why do their toenails get so long? Is that lack of
If they don't
walking?
get enough walks, they don't file their nails.
Correct, yes.
And if it's dogs that live inside the flats, so their nails just slip around them.
Got you.
Do you know much about him, where he came from?
Yeah, so we've had him for a few weeks, so he hasn't been waiting too long yet. His owner was just really struggling to meet his needs. He needed a lot of veterinary treatment, so he came into us. He's been receiving his treatment for a skin problem and an ear problem, and he's been given the all clear, so now he's looking for a new home.
And he seems to like a bit of pampering.
Yeah,
I
think he'll suit a pampered household.
And is he a breed that would need grooming? You know, their hair gets a bit matted.
We think he's a Yorkshire Terrier cross poodle, so they're both dogs that do need grooming. Obviously, it's really important to groom dogs to make sure their coats stay clean, make sure they don't get matted. It's an important part of caring for your dog, just like taking them to the vets.
Yeah.
What would you say to people that are maybe thinking about a rescue dog but haven't quite taken that step?
Well, I think you should have a rescue dog before you go to a puppy farm. That's my view all the time.
Oh, there's so many dogs in rescue centres that are desperately waiting for a home. So we would always encourage people to think about rescuing. We've got all shapes and sizes, all ages. And the thing that we would say is do your research, go to one of our animal centres. We've got them all over the country. Speak to the staff and just make sure you get the right dog for you.
Yes.
Good initiative from you, Amy. Very well done.
We definitely got the right dog for us. Well, she chose us, really.
They always do, don't they?
Yeah.
And we've got friends who are adopting this weekend, actually, as well, which is good.